Everybody, this is Christopher from Things and Stuff, and we're in Long Beach, California, off of 630 Willow Street at a really neat location that I actually have been coming to for many, many years, because one of my hobbies I enjoy is board games and miniature games and collectible card games. And this store has been around in the area for more than 40 years, and it has every type of game you possibly can imagine, and those that you have never even heard from all over the world. Dice games, board games, miniature games, your classic games. And we're gonna go inside here. The store is located off of 630 Willow Street in the older part of Long Beach. So parking's a little difficult, I'll be honest with you there, but it's worth it once you come here. So come along with me and let's do some things and stuff and check out the store, okay? Let's go inside, shall we? So here we are in the Warehouse, and as I said, the store has a lot of history to it. It's unique. It has games from all over the world, and if you're looking for a particular type of game, you're going to find it here. And one of the nice things is about this store is they also carry games that are out of print. So if you have a game from your childhood that you particularly liked, or maybe you were in college and your college buddies played this game for hours and endless hours, this is a store you're probably going to find it. In fact, I have yet to never find a game that I wanted, or, and for that matter, them not been able to find for me. So, in a day and an age where a lot of people buy stuff online, this is a store worthwhile coming in. And it's an old store. It's got a classic look to itself. And I'm going to walk around, let you see some of the things that are in here, and then we're going to talk to the owner of the shop in a little bit, and he's going to tell you some basic information about the store. But right now, we're going to start over towards this section here, which has board games and miniatures, and there's a whole lot more in the back. So don't just think that the front of the store is all you're going to find. You're going to find a lot of different things here. So let's take a walk. So as I said, if you're looking for board games, especially Euro games, classic games, there's all different types here. You're going to see a lot on the shelf here that you may or may not recognize. If you're an avid board gamer, you are on Board Game Geek, you're going to find a lot of those games in this location. And another thing I like about this store particularly is there's a lot of good variety as well as customer service. And customer service is the main reason I've been coming to this store for more than 20 years. I'm just panning down slowly at just some of the shelves. Hopefully you can make out some of the titles. And there's games of chance. There's games made for family playing. There's games for educational purposes. There's games from Europe. There's games from the Americas. There's just a lot of variety. There's also board games based on historical. So some of the games I might pan down, you might see some games that have historical references to them. Going all the way to the ancient Greeks, the American Civil War. And then one of the games I used to play, Battletech. It was made by FASA Games back in the 80s. And then later on it was acquired by FanPro, and eventually Catalyst Games Labs owns the product line now. There's a lot of stores that don't carry this anymore, so if you are a person that actually still plays the game, as you can see clearly here, there's a whole entire wall of miniatures. Let me pan down over here. You're going to see there's a lot more board games again. And as I said, this is just one section of the store. And of course you have your classic games. You have Operation, Monopoly, but you also notice there's a variety of different versions of Monopoly. Axis and Allies, which is a popular game, and the store has variety when it comes to that game, as well as another popular game that you see in a lot of stores, Ticket to Ride, with all the expansions the owner of the store can get for you. One of the games that's also popular with historical board gamers is GMT games. If you've never heard of GMT games, they're rather complex, but for anybody that's really into history, they're well-made, durable games, high quality, and have intrinsic value, especially if you're a history person. They also carry paints. You can see there's just a whole lot of choice of different games. Card games. And then on the back wall over here, you're going to have a variety of different dice. All different colors, shapes, and sizes. And we're going to go into one of the other rooms now, so we're just going to walk around there.
There's literally 3 guys and 3 girls. So you don't have...
So let's go into another room. Yeah. So right over here on this wall, you'll see there's other products. So over here. So there's a whole bunch of different variety here. So we're going to go into the next room here. This is what I call the vault. This is my own nickname for the area. A lot of out-of-print games you're going to find in here. They also carry role-playing games. I'm not much of a role player myself, but they do carry role-playing games. They also carry model-making materials such as paints, brushes, different items like that. So if you look over my shoulder here, just right behind me, as I said, this is the area where we have a lot of games that are no longer in print. So, okay. And then over here, on one of the games I play, is Wings of Glory. And they do carry a lot of the Wings of Glory product. And as you can see, there's, for those of you that are familiar with the game, some of these games, a lot of games that are out of print, no longer made. That's why I say this store is great for that. Historical miniatures, unpainted. You can actually just buy them right here. Let me give you an example. They come in little boxes right here. And of course, you just have to prime them, paint them, and you're good to go. Of course, there is a little bit of a learning curve. I won't deny that. One of the organizations I belong to is the Historical Miniatures Gaming Society, located throughout the United States. There's different chapters, and I belong to that. And they do a convention every year out at Cal State Fullerton. And there's more board games against this wall. And of course, you will find X-Wing and Star Trek. Okay, so that's an overview of the store. And we're now going to go over and I'm going to introduce you to the owner, and he can tell you a little history about the store, how it got started, and what type of deals you can get. So carry on in the video, and I will introduce you to Stephen. Here's the owner, Stephen, and he's the owner of the Warhouse in Long Beach. Hello, Stephen. Thank you for letting us to do a little video on our channel, Things and Stuff. Can you tell us a little bit about your store, how long you've been in business?
Well, first, welcome to the store. Been here going on 43 years. We started with D&D as one of our primary products, and we still carry more role-playing games than nearly any other store in the area.
Okay. What year did you start? Do you remember?
1976.
So you've been in business since 1976. So you hear that, folks? That shows you the success of the store and the quality of the product here. As far as board games go, you have a large selection of it. What type of variety in board games do you have for somebody that's looking for, something beyond just the typical,
Just about everything. We have quite a bit of war games, which is not as popular these days, though it was very popular back in the 70s and 80s.
Okay.
And we have family games and many of the high-profile games that are being advertised currently.
And you also have all the classic games as well, or you can get those games as well if somebody's looking for a more traditional board game. And
we do special orders for things we don't carry. We have access to over 30,000 items.
Okay, well, there you have it, folks. That's Stephen, the owner of the Warhouse. Once again, I encourage you to come out here, purchase products. It's a family-owned business, and in this day and age, we really should be supporting our family-owned businesses. Stephen, I thank you for your time. Thank you for the tour of the store. And once again, this is Christopher from Things and Stuff. And I will see you in the next vlog, and we'll go on an adventure there to somewhere else and do some things and stuff.